Okay. So last time we finished unit 1, but today we have a little bit of a quiz. I'm not sure if you can remember what we studied, but let me just take you over it. So in unit 1, yes. In unit 1, we had a time for a chat, if you remember.
Yeah.
And what was the grammar lesson about? Do you remember?
The direct and indirect questions.
Exactly, direct and indirect questions. And what about the next lesson? 1.2? So that was for 1.1. In 1.2, we studied the perfect,
Yes.
present perfect, if you remember. And the difference between the present perfect and the past simple. In unit 3, it was like kind of a smaller one. It was just about opening phrases and polite inquiries, right? Okay, now it's time to start with this. Before we go to unit 2, here you have some questions that you need to answer. We can it's not technically a quiz, but it's like a revision of what you tackled in total. So here I want you to complete the sentences with an adjective phrase. It's okay if you couldn't remember all of them, but just try. Go ahead, please.
She has a quick mind. And...
Take your time. Do them all, then we will do them together.
Okay.
Okay, let's do it together.
I'm still doing. Just can you wait, please? Just
okay.
2 minutes.
Okay, let's do it together.
Okay.
So she has a quick mind and good with words. She is, or she, yeah, she is. From what we learned, witty, right?
Yes, witty. Yeah.
What about number 2? Go ahead, do it for us, please.
He is quite reserved and Okay. Mm, um, the one, but I can't remember all the words. All the words.
It's okay. He keeps himself.
Keeps. He keeps himself.
Okay. Completed?
To.
Yes. To what?
He keeps himself to.
Himself as well.
To his. Yeah, to himself. Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Okay, next one. She does things without planning. She's spon.
Uh, uh,
Spontaneous, right?
Spontaneous, yeah.
Correct. Okay, he doesn't like working alone. He is
A people person.
a people person, correct. She's very down to.
She's very down to earth.
Thank you. Uncomplicated and practical. He's fun to be with. A good.
A good laugh.
Correct, a good laugh. She's definitely a morning person.
Morning person, yeah.
Sorry, he just answered it. Not at her best late at night. You can do number 8 for us.
He is really a computer geek.
Geek.
He's always talking about, yeah.
Yeah, he's always talking about
gigabytes and new software, yeah.
Now, you can write the answers. You can see them on the screen.
Just wait. Okay.
Right, so far so good. Okay. Now direct and indirect questions. I want to ask you to do direct and indirect questions, please. So choose a topic from the box and complete the questions. Here you have here you have a box with topics, and here you have a starters of questions. So please try to make them as questions.
Okay.
You don't need to take time. Just try now. Do you like
shopping?
Thank you. Yeah, I like shopping. Is this a direct or indirect question?
Direct.
Direct, thank you. All right, you can try another one.
How often do you travel?
I travel every year. These are all direct questions. Now, if you look down there in B, I want you to try to make indirect questions, please.
Can I ask, why do you study?
Well, I study because I love studying. Okay. All right. Now, it's okay. Now let's move on to another one. Here you have conversations. I wanted to complete the conversations with words and phrases from the box. Not all the items are needed. So here you have a box and you have a conversation. Please go ahead and do the conversation.
Okay.
After that, we're gonna play it in A and B. I can be B.
Okay. Should I start?
Yeah.
Hey, I've got the job. Congratulations.
No, Abdurrahman, take your time to think about the gaps. Fill them in.
Okay.
Have you finished?
I still have number 4 and 5 and 6 to see.
Okay.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay. Do you want to be A or B?
You pick first.
Okay, I will be A.
Okay.
1 second, please. And yeah. Hi or hey. I've got the job.
Congratulations. You must be over the moon.
Yes, I'm relieved because I thought I'd done badly at the interview. I was so nervous that I was shaking like a leaf.
Did the interviewer notice?
Well, I split my coffee on her.
Oh, that's awkward.
Very embarrassing at that moment. I swallowed me. I wish the earth would swallow me up.
You got the job, so I guess they were I think impressed, right?
Yeah,
Impressed with you.
Okay, so here you have the answers. Can you see them?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay. Let's move on to the next one. And here we need to work on the sentences in the present perfect. So show me how good you are and what do you remember from the present perfect versus the past simple. What was the main difference between the present simple and the present perfect and past simple?
I can't remember, but I know them. I think the problem that I don't know the names, but if you gave me example, I can know.
For example, I did my homework yesterday, or I have broken my leg, for example.
That's past simple.
Which one is past simple?
The first one is past simple. The second one is present perfect.
Okay. What's the difference in the meaning?
Did the present the past simple have did.
Okay. Let me check if you can do them, and then we can have a brief revision on that. Go ahead and work on 4A, please. Complete the sentences with the either present perfect or the past simple, okay?
Okay. By myself or
On
now?
your, yes, yes. Have you finished?
Not all. Just wait.
Okay.
Okay. Done.
Okay. So which tense did you use for one? Can you do it for me? Number one.
Number one. Since since I've started this course, I improved my speaking.
Just the opposite. Since I started this course, I have improved my speaking.
Okay.
Okay. What about number two? Can you do it?
Number two, I went to Canada twice. No, I've gone to Canada
Stay here.
twice.
Yeah, okay. Okay, continue, please.
I've gone to Canada twice, but I didn't go to the USA yet.
All right, so I have been to Canada twice, but I haven't been to the US twice. Sorry, I haven't been to the US yet, not twice. So what's the difference between gone and been? Do you know the difference between them?
Yeah,
What is the difference?
difference.
When we say that someone has gone, that either means that he died or he went to a place that he didn't come back from. But when you say been, it means that he went and came back. So I've been to Canada twice. That means I traveled to Canada and came back 2 times. But I haven't been to the US yet. I didn't go to the US at all. Okay. Now, number 3, go for it, please.
Okay. I've never met a real celebrity.
Yeah.
But
You know what a celebrity is?
no.
A famous person.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But once someone thought I was one.
Yeah, that's correct. But when someone thought I was one. 4, I can do it for you. You did many of them for us. When I was young, I played in a band. And recently, I have started again. Is that the same as you did?
Mm-hmm.
Go for 5, please.
Okay. I didn't eat breakfast at home this morning, and I also haven't haven't had any coffee yet today.
Yeah, that's correct. All right. Thank you. So here are the answers. You can find them down there. The last one, I didn't eat breakfast at home this morning, and I also haven't had any coffee yet today.
Mhm.
Okay, have you finished?
Yeah.
Right, so far so good. Now, the last question for polite requests. Let's do that, and then we will go to the next unit. So here I wanted to rewrite these sentences to make them more polite. Use the phrases or use the phrases at the brackets. So here you have 8 sentences and they are not that polite. And here you have phrases that you can use to make them polite. Can you do it?
Thank you.
Okay, go ahead for it. Have you finished, Amjad?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So let's do it together. You had like, yeah, you worked a lot. Okay, so the first one, how did you do it?
I'd like to inquire information about informations about train times to Vienna.
Yeah, I'd like to inquire about the train times to Vienna. I can do number 2. Can you tell me which train I need to take to get to Vienna by 3 p.m.? Your time.
Can I ask how far is it from the western to the southern train station?
Okay, thank you. That's a correct answer. But I just wanted to help you with this one. We say, yeah, Western is correct. Southern train station.
Southern, okay.
Yeah. 4, do you mind me asking where I can get information on local transportation in Vienna?
I was wondering, do I need to book a seat on the train?
We say if I need to book a seat on the train.
If so, wonder comes before if.
We say I was wondering if, yeah.
Okay.
6, can you tell me if or whether I can book on the phone? Okay, 7 is yours.
I was wondering if I could, no, I was wondering if I can book it for me. No, if you can book it for me.
Okay.
I was wondering
I
if
was
you can.
wondering if you could
can.
book it for
Oh,
me.
if you could, okay.
I'd be grateful if you could send me an email confirmation. Here are the answers. You can write them down.
Okay.
Okay. Now it's time to move on to our next unit. Interesting.
Okay.
So issues, what do you think this unit is going to be about?
Problems.
Problems, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. So let's start with our first unit. Let's not hustle. All right, making a difference. Wow, that sounds really interesting. So what do you think this unit is about? Okay, you can look at the pictures. There are 3 pictures. What do you think they are about?
I actually I can't guess.
You can't guess?
I can't guess.
Okay. So you can describe then. What is this man doing here? What do you think he is doing? He's trying, like he's taking.
He's getting some fruits, I think.
Yeah, I think this is like a banana.
Maybe.
What about this guy?
He's a cleaner.
Dry cleaner, perhaps? Yeah. What about those girls?
Having party.
Yeah, partying. All right. Okay, so now this is another question. What are the major news stories in your country now? Like, what are the very interesting news stories right now in your country or your country of residence, perhaps? How long have you been how long have you been living in Saudi Arabia, by the way?
Like about maybe 12 years.
Oh, that's that's a very considerable time. So I believe like you feel home there or something.
No,
You don't?
no, not that much.
Really? 12 years? Well, I have no idea why you don't fit, or perhaps you fit, but you just love to try other countries. I hope you feel home. So what are the very famous news stories there? News stories here, I will share you. They're mostly about refugees, asylum seekers, I don't know, just social issues. Yeah, something like that. And the pandemic as well, Corona.
Mm-hmm.
What about yours?
I actually don't know.
Sorry, you have no idea?
No.
Okay, let's listen and match. Let's listen and match the news headlines to the topics below. So you will listen to news headlines and you have topics below. Pollution. Oh yeah, this is a very famous topic here. Pollution and the global warming. Disease, unemployment, hunger, poverty, and street crime. Let's listen and then we will match them, okay?
Okay.
Unit 2. Issue. Recording 1.
1. Unit 2. Issues. Recording 1. 1.
A report out today says that over 800 million people in the world don't have enough to eat. The report, which was published last...
2.
20 people have died in an outbreak of the deadly Ebola virus, the virus which has resulted in over
3.
If you're travelling to the city centre today, be careful of pickpockets, especially around the central square. Our reporter, Will Nakamar...
4.
The government has promised that their changes to income tax will help the poorest people in the country. A spokesperson said...
5.
The number of people out of work has risen in the last quarter to 7% and is now reaching 3 million. The situation is worst in the north.
6. After 4 days of smog, only cars with even number plates can enter the city today. It is hoped that this move will improve the air quality after the levels of pollution started.
Okay, perhaps you couldn't get them. Did you get them?
No.
Let's listen again, okay? And this time I'm gonna show you the script as well. That's better, right? You can see the script now. Can you see it here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, wait, this is gonna be cheating. No, I will not show you the script because the answers are written there.
Oh, okay.
So try your best to catch them.
Unit 2. Issues. Recording 1. 1.
A report out today says that over 800 million people in the world don't have enough to eat. The report, which was published last...
2.
20 people have died in an outbreak of the deadly Ebola virus, the virus which has resulted in over
3.
If you're travelling to the city centre today, be careful of pickpockets, especially around the central square. Our reporter, Will Nakamar...
4.
The government has promised that their changes to income tax will help the poorest people in the country. A spokesperson said...
5.
The number of people out of work has risen in the last quarter to 7% and is now reaching 3 million. The situation is worst in the north.
6. After 4 days of smog, only cars with even number plates can enter the city today. It is hoped that this move will improve the air quality after the levels of pollution started.
Okay. So, did you find pollution?
Pollution.
It was the last one, right?
Mm-hmm.
What about number one, the first one? What were they talking about?
Hunger. About hunger, that a lot of people don't have much food to eat.
Yeah. What about the second one?
This is a virus. I think over 10 million people died.
Can you remember its name?
No.
I think it's the Ebola. What about the third one? Which one was it talking about?
Street crime.
Yeah, street crime. Thank you. What about number 4?
Was it the that if you are traveling, I don't know where, that you have to take care about? So I don't know what was there.
It was about poverty, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What about before the last one? So the last one said it's pollution. And what is before pollution?
Unemployment.
Ah, unemployment. Thank you. So let's take our break now. And after the break, we will work on the rest of them. And then we have some reading to do. And yeah, we have a new grammar unit to tackle. So, okay, let's take our 10 minutes of break and come back.
Okay, see you.
See you. Hi, Abdurrahman, are you back? Can you hear me, Abdurrahman?
Yes, I'm back.
Welcome back. How was your break?
Normal break.
Sorry?
Normal break.
Normal break, okay. I like your responses. I feel like, yeah, okay, logical, right?
Yeah.
By the way, what do you want to do in the future? Like, what do you want to do after school? And you're in your 10th grade?
Yeah.
So that means a couple of years later, you'll do something, right?
Yeah.
So what do you have in mind? An engineer, a doctor? Your father was a doctor, right?
Yeah, he's a doctor.
Yeah. Do you want to do something like him?
Yes, I am. Yeah, maybe I'm going to be a doctor, and also I'll do something. I don't know what it's called in English, but it's like you get money and you buy from the companies. It's like something go up and the price is going up and down.
Is it like Amazon, Amazon kind of shipping, trade?
Like you buy something that it's just from the company. You buy it and you can sell it whenever you want when the price goes up or down.
Okay.
I don't know if you know that or no.
Is it the stocks like the, like you put your
It's
money?
investigation.
Okay.
Investigate.
So you want to invest some money in some companies. I understand. That's good. That's good. Well, interesting. Now, we have here like some beginnings and some endings to some very interesting sentences. So I want you please to match the beginning of the sentences, the beginnings to the ends, okay? This is an example here. This is purely domestic issue. Domestic, it means not international. Like regional, domestic, like your country. Yeah, the cities in your country, your region, something like that. And we matched it with C and has nothing to do with any other country. You see? So now I want you to try to think about the meaning of the words involved and match them or match the beginning of their sentences with the other parts. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go ahead, please.
This is purely a domestic issue. Okay. It's not about money. It's an ethical question. H, a question of right or wrong.
Sorry?
H, two with H.
Well, that's true. H.
Yes, okay.
A question of right or wrong. Go ahead, do them all, please.
It's a rural problem which involves people in the countryside. F, and depends on the government.
Okay. Are you talking about for political issues or?
No, number 3.
It's a rural problem which involves people in the countryside. With F, not sure. No, it's not.
So B.
It's with B, correct. Not people living in cities. So countryside, it's not people living in cities, right?
Mm-hmm. So next, the decision on the election date is a political question.
Yeah. A political question. Now you can use F and depend
F?
on the government.
Oh, okay. Political. Okay. The country has serious economic problems. A, so taxes will double next year.
Okay.
The
alright.
typhoid epidemic started here in the city as an urban problem.
Yeah. So
D?
country has serious economic problems, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So which one did you match it with?
5 with A.
That's correct. So taxes will double next year. Good. So you have now 6, 7, and 8 only.
Yes.
Have here new words, like for example, the typhoid epidemic started here in the city as an urban problem. What's the meaning of urban?
E, but has appeared to the countryside.
It's with E, but has spread to the countryside. You're right, but what's the meaning of urban? I didn't ask you for the answer. I asked you about the meaning of the word.
I don't know.
Urban means related to the city, you see?
Okay.
It's a good global issue and affects the whole world.
Not just 1 or 2 countries.
Yeah, not just 1 or 2 countries.
These
These are typical industrial questions and affect most factories.
With G, from food to car production.
You're right. And here are the answers. Now, yeah, just let's listen to the words.
2. Recording 2. 1. Rural. Urban. Global. 2. Ethical. 3. Domestic. 4. Political. Industrial. 5. Economic.
Okay, it's time to read now. Time for reading. So let's move on to 3A. They're telling us, look at the photos. How are they connected to the problems in 1B? I think you will be able to understand this question better when you read. So let's read together. I will read the introduction. Sorry, let me just try to zoom a little bit wider. Yeah. Local heroes. Good. So we are reading about local heroes. Big help can start out small scale with some simple acts of generosity, like offering a morning's work in an elderly neighborhood's garden or buying a coffee from a homeless person. Individuals are making a big difference, and the creativity underlying some of these acts of generosity is remarkable. Now, yeah, please start reading for us, making a good impression.
Making a good impression. A dry cleaners is offering its services free of charge to unemployed people to help them look their best for job interviews. Ken Thind, who owns Thind Cleaners in Vancouver, got the idea from the article he read on the internet. It was about a dry cleaners in the States who put an advert in their window. Need a job? We'll clean your suit for you for free, explained Indian-born Ken. And I thought that was a great way to give something back to the local community. We have been doing this for 3 years now, and since we started, the company has cleaned over 100 outfits. I don't vet people to see if they really are unemployed, but it's a one-off deal. The money comes out of my profits, but to me, it's worth it. I always say to them, go out and get that job. And a lot of people do that makes it all worthwhile.
Interesting. So which picture do you think this is?
Cleaners.
The cleaner, right? And what does he do? What is the service he offers?
He cleans and wash and do the suits for the unemployed people to go to the interview
For free, right?
for free. Yeah.
Yeah, such a good deed. Okay. Recycling bicycles. Oh, I think this is the first guy. 6-year-old Ryan Sinclair has always loved bikes. I can't remember a time when I wasn't either on a bike or fixing one, he says. And it was when I was cycling in Holland that I heard about a charity which meant old bikes and sends them off to people who are living in extreme poverty. Ryan's now donates all his spare time at weekends to fixing bikes for the charity. People often have old bikes in their garage and don't realize what a huge difference a bike can make. I recently went out to Zambia to see where our bikes end up. It was an eye-opening experience. In one family, the man and woman had to walk for over an hour to get to their fields, and the journey to market took the whole day. The bike had turned their lives around. The bike has turned their lives around. Their income has tripled. And the parents now have time to go to classes to learn to read and write. I get an enormous sense of satisfaction from it, and I have made some lifelong friends. Wow, that's really inspiring. And I think this is the first.
Yeah, the first one. Yeah.
Yes, very inspiring. In Holland, they call it nowadays the Netherlands. No one anymore is calling it Holland. Holland is a part of the Netherlands. So yeah, in the Netherlands, people like commute using bikes a lot. Here in Germany too, in the Netherlands.
In Europe, yeah.
In Europe in general, they bike a lot, yes. Okay, it's your time. Shall we dance?
Shall we dance? What was the suggestion made by students at one Oxford college to raise money for young careers in the local area? They have organized a 24-hour dance marathon where locals pledge 5 to 10 what? 5 to 10 what?
This is pound.
5 to 10 pounds for every hour a couple dances. Sarah Lokin and Tom Wang took a break from dancing to explain. I met this kid. He was only 12 years old and was the full-time carer for his mother, who had multiple what's that word?
Okay, damaging.
Multiple.
All right. Multiple scalars.
Okay, multiple sclerosis. Sarah said he never got to play with other kids and he couldn't keep up with his schoolwork. Tom joins in. So we decided to raise money for a center which gives children like this time off where they can meet each other and just have some fun. We've already raised £4,000. Sarah signals that end of their break as they head back to the dance floor. We have been dancing since 5 o'clock and I am exhausted. Only 12 more hours to go. And their next project. A sponsored silence at a local school. No talking for the kids all day. The teachers are looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Okay.
So interesting and inspiring ideas. Very interesting. Okay, now let's move on to the questions, and it's time to choose the correct option to complete the statement. We will not read the text again, but I will give you half a minute to read the sentences and to choose the correct answer. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Can you just go up? Okay. Okay, that's good. Okay.
Okay. All right, so let's answer them together.
Kenthin's business helps employed people by offering services.
Good. Offering services, not jobs or clothes. The thing that makes Ken happiest is when someone gets a job. B.
Yeah.
Go ahead for 3.
Ryan Sinclair works full time for the charity.
Is a volunteer. Amjad.
Oh, as a volunteer for the charity.
The couple in Zambia was able to learn to read and write.
Okay. Sarah was inspired by the 12-year-old kid because he needed a carer.
He needed support.
Support?
Yes.
Oh.
The author visited the dance marathon at 5 o'clock. Here are the answers. You can take them.
Okay, just read. Okay.
Okay. Now, I want you to underline the words or the phrases in the text that match the meaning 1 to 6. So you have here 1 to 6, you have meanings, okay? I want you to match them with the words, find the word in the text, and then underline that word. Can you do it?
I think, yeah.
Okay, go ahead for it.
Okay. I didn't find it.
No problem. Let's see. Let's check first. They're telling you check someone's background information. Which word was that?
I can't find. Interview?
Well, it's I don't vet
Oh,
people.
I
to
don't
say
know
what
the
they-
word even.
Yeah, if they really are unemployed, but it's one-off deal. A one-off deal, okay?
Okay.
The next one was a special arrangement. A special arrangement that can you do
One-off
only.
deal.
This is one-off deal. And now give for free in paragraph 2.
In paragraph 2.
Donate to give for free.
Yeah, donate, yeah.
Astonishing.
Eye-opening.
Eye-opening, correct. And then we have in paragraph 3, promise to give money.
Pledge.
Pledge. And the last one, do something that's same as do something at the same speed as others.
Keep up with. Keep up with.
Keep up with, correct. Now, time for grammar. Now we have something called the present perfect. That we studied last time, and we have something called present
Continuous.
perfect. What? Continuous, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the difference between these two tenses?
The time that you describe.
Let me tell you something. Sometimes there is no difference between both of them, but sometimes there is a difference. Today we will study this difference and we will see some examples. Before we go to study it there, I want you to look at these sentences here. You have 6 sentences and try to underline the correct alternative here. You have like 2 choices in every sentence. Just try to use what you know before and to underline the correct one. Go ahead for it, please. After that, we'll go to the language bank and we have this table here today to work on. And we will, yeah, that would be it. Yep. We're good. We're very good.
Okay. So the first one is, we have been doing this for 3 years now.
You can do them all, then we will do them together.
Okay. Okay, done.
Good. Let's see what you got. So how did you do number 1?
We have been doing this for 3 years now.
Correct. Number 2.
Since we started, the company has cleaned over 100 outfits.
Very good. That's correct as well. What about number 3?
26-year-old Ryan Sinclair has always loved bikes.
Very good.
The bike has turned their lives around.
Has turned. Again, correct. What about 5?
We have already raised £5,000.
You're right. Okay.
We have been dancing since 5 o'clock and I am exhausted.
Amazing. They're all right. They're all correct. That's good. That means you know the difference in your, subconsciousness, but still, let's study it today, okay? Here are the answers if you want to take them, but you've got them, so yeah. Okay, before we finish this table, or let's finish this table and then we go to the language bank. Here I want you to look at the rules and tell me present perfect or present perfect continuous, okay? So for example, we use the present perfect, simple or continuous, when we want to emphasize that an action is repeated or has lasted for a long time. Long time, and continue up to now. Which one is this? Perfect or perfect continuous?
I don't know.
All right.
Okay, the first one, use the present perfect continuous.
Okay, and here we have can you remember what 2 examples did we use the present perfect continuous with?
We've been dancing for since 5 o'clock.
And we have another one as well.
We have started since we have started cleaning for 3 years till now. I think that was the example, right?
Yeah. Okay. All right, no problem. So now what about the next one? We use the present perfect simple or continuous for an action that is shorter and completed before now.
Simple.
Simple. Okay, good. And it has present relevance or present effect, right? And let's look at 3. Use the present perfect simple or continuous when we say how many times someone did something or say how much they did.
I think continuous, yeah.
This is simple.
Simple?
Quantity and quality, okay? Here you have quantity, how many times? This is present perfect simple, remember it. Whenever you have how many times, I have been to London for 3 times, for example, okay? Use the present perfect, simple or continuous, or the second one you have, or the present perfect, again, gap with verbs, such as, I think here you use both of them. So the first one perfect, the second one is continuous,
yeah,
or vice versa, it's just the same. The point is that both of them, we use verbs such as work, live, wait, or do, with no difference in meaning, okay? This is interesting. Put it in mind. Sometimes there is no difference in meaning between the present perfect and the perfect continuous. So, especially with verbs such as work, live, wait, study, no difference at all. You just have it like it is. Use the present perfect simple with state verbs such as have, be, love. This is easy, you know it. It's like B1 or even A2. We don't use any kind of continuous tense with the stative verbs. Like you can't say I've been loving, right? It's impossible. Okay, so let me show you the answers. Here are the answers. You can take them, and after you take them, we will go to the language bank. In the language bank, I will just explain to you again what's the difference between the present perfect and perfect continuous, and then we will have some exercises, and that would be all for today.
Okay, done.
Okay. Now let's go to the language bank. This is on page 130. Can you see it now? All right. So present perfect, simple, and continuous. The first thing we have, ongoing situations. We use either present perfect, simple, or present perfect continuous to talk about situations or repeated actions which started in the past and continue into the present. Often there is no important difference, particularly with verbs such as work, live, study, and do. For example, Elena worked, or Elena has worked, or Elena has been working for the company for a year now. There is no difference in meaning. We use both of them for ongoing situations, okay? Now, we use the present perfect continuous to emphasize that an action has continued for a long time or is repeated, often with verbs or durations, such as wait, stay, play, sit, stand, etc. So, yeah, it's just easy. We use the present perfect continuous to focus on the long time, typically because it's continuous. We've been sitting here for over an hour. You're indicating the time. How often have you been waiting? You're asking again about the duration or the time. Now, we use the present perfect simple with state verbs such as know, understand, like, talk, love, or etc. We use them to talk about unfinished situation. For example, how long have you known John? State verb. You can't say how long have you been knowing John, right? Now, 2, completed actions. Recent or in time up to now. Very important. So this is, we use the present perfect simple here with actions that are short and complete. I've cut my finger. Short. Here are some verbs that we usually use with this case: drop, start, finish, leave, break, lose, etc. Short actions. We also use the present perfect simple to emphasize a completed action or result. So here you have a completed action or result. It often answers the questions of how many, how much, how far, right? A completed actions. For example, he has phoned me at least four times. Right? Here you can see she's run 500 kilometers. This is what we call quantity, many times. Whenever you have like many times, use the present perfect simple, okay? And 3, we have present evidence. Sometimes the present perfect continuous is used when there is a present evidence or a recent longer activity. For example, they look hot. Yes, they have been running. You can see the result now. Sorry about the smell. I have been cooking fish, so you can see the result now. Or you can smell it here. Yeah. Do you have any questions here?
Oh,
Are you sure?
sure.
Now let's move on to practice. Okay, so let's complete the answers with the present perfect simple or continuous using the verbs in brackets. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Have you finished?
That's all.
Okay.
Okay, done.
Okay. Right. So let's see if you got them right. Let's do please do for us number 1.
Why are you looking so pleased with yourself? Because I've looked for some new jeans and I found a pair I like.
Isn't there a duration of time in looking for, pair of jeans? It takes
Yeah.
time. So the action takes a longer, time.
So I've been looking.
I've been looking, that's right.
Because I've just bought a new pair of jeans.
Yeah, that's right. I've just bought a new pair of jeans. My turn. You look hot. Yes, I have run 15 kilometers. Or, yes, I have been running. Go ahead for 3, please.
What's the matter? We have tried to decide where to go on holiday this year.
Correct.
We have been deciding. No. We've been deciding, right?
The first one was try, so we've been trying. The next one we've decided.
We have decided we can't afford the holiday this year.
Thank you. And now my turn. What's up with Jake? He's hurt, or he has hurt his knees. It's just one knee. He has, or he's hurt his knee. Or the second one, he's been fighting with Serge again. Go ahead for the next one, please.
I feel sick. That's because you've been eating a whole bucket of biscuits.
You've eaten, yes. And the last one?
That's because you've been eating.
Yeah, that's correct. Here are all the answers for both of the exercises.
Okay.
So I believe this is it for this unit. Next time we will continue with unit 2.2. Do you have any questions, any inquiries?
No.
Okay, so I will see you next week then.
Okay. See you next week. Bye bye.
See you soon. Bye bye, my friend.